first carry from Matt Breida. And right away, he lost the football. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
A gain of 6.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On first down, here's Breida. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This one to midfield before he's brought down. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Dolphins.
From midfield, here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now an open man. That's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 20.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida.
Matt Breida, the ball carrier.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for. So
here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
He's going to try and go deep again. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for Vegas. 61 yards. Excellent execution. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
26-yard line.
lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 25-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. It's complete to Parker, left side. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Miami.
They run with Breida. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Breida, the Dolphins.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Tua. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Tua's throw going to find his running back, Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Their own 28-yard line.
second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big time.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here.
Austin Seibert sets to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing to break that pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like that.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside.
Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Tua to throw again. A good throw here, finding Pascal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10-10 at their own.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Third down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 17.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for number 88. Incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
24-yard line.
Add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start with one of the better divisional rivalries around. Kansas City in the Mile High City to take on Denver. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Corey Davis, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. 35-17 was the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
17-yard line.
Second and 14. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
Gain of 7. It's fourth down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to lock one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now there's 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And now they're in the hurry up. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to lock one. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
10. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete. It's third down.
On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
30-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to...
He's into the clear. And he'll take it into the end zone for a later touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark. And the Raiders have got him. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up at the 14. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like more talking about the defensive backs to get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
He's got a first down and some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Here's Tua. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
23 yards, the pickup there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
23 yards. First down, Dolphins.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught up, and the Raiders pick it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I will
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And a forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 16 yards, a first down. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
3 yards the game there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At their 48-yard line.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Down and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Tua now on first down. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
At the 10-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A gain of
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 5-yard line.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and a yard.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 1. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the backflip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
And down he goes. Brought down, Raider sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Skirts by him at the 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards.
First and 10. At their own 42 yards.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Seibert on for the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tua wants to throw it on second down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Pulled in at the 24. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Raiders heading out to take over. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. A great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game.
Final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Miami, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.